Welcome to Kickin' It with Kendra, brought to you by Victory Rings. Excellence is the standard. Today we have a very special guest joining the show, Chandler Kirton, the redshirt lineman from Austin Peay. Happy Halloween, Chandler, and thank you so much for joining today.
Happy Halloween. Thank you for having me.
Well, I guess first we have to ask, with it being Halloween, are you planning on dressing up? Did you have a practice today where you dressed up? Any Halloween costumes today?
No Halloween costumes today for me. We didn't dress up at practice or anything. We're just looking forward to this weekend. I'm going to try and catch up on some sleep as much as I can. So
That's fair. That's fair. You guys are in season. Well, you were one of 13 FCS standouts who were named finalists to the FedEx Doris Robinson Scholar Athlete Award. One from each conference is selected, and you were that person for the United Athletic Conference. You have nearly a 4.0 GPA. When you heard that you were a finalist for this award, what did that mean to you?
no, it was really awesome to represent my school and the UAC on behalf and throughout the FCS. It was a really cool honor. I saw it on Twitter first. I looked at it and it was going out to practice, and I was just scrolling through my phone real fast and it popped up. So it's a pretty cool honor, especially like not only getting recognized on the field, but also in the classroom.
Absolutely. Yeah, mentioned it, nearly a 4.0 GPA. You're listed as studying management. Where do you want to take that post-college?
Post-college, I'm looking into possibly getting some internships, maybe staying in sports, as well as just getting in the business side, possibly starting a small business here in the future sometime when I'm done. So
Future small business owner. You love it.
possibly.
Possibly. Well, and you look at, being a Division I athlete and balancing school. I mean, that's very challenging. How are you able to be so successful on the football field and then get it done in the classroom as well?
It can be a struggle at times, especially with course load work. Especially this semester, I took 6 classes. Our A terms just finished up, so I finished with 2 A's in that. But just managing all the class load and the practice, like in the mornings we have practice, so in the afternoon I get out. If we have lift, I go to lift, and then I'm in the treatment room, and I'll bring my computer to the treatment room and knocking out homework as much as I can. I try to stay on top of it. I don't like to procrastinate, so just staying on top of my schoolwork as much as I possibly can. My computer goes everywhere with me, so.
Has that rubbed off on some of the guys in the locker room? They're like, man, Chandler, you're always working. How do you balance it all? And you say, look, great time management.
Yeah, I mean, I try. We had a team dinner last night, and I was up there with my computer working on a project and working on my capstone project because I graduate in December. And they were all making fun of me. I had my books out on the table, working on my computer. So, but no, I enjoy it. I enjoy the guys clowning me a little bit, but it's all good.
Whatever it takes to get it done. We spoke at Media Day, and you were fired up about the coaching staff and really fired up about whoever was going to take over as head coach and that the team was going to rally around that person. Obviously, it was Jeff Ferris. And now that you guys are 8 games in, what has it been like working with Coach and adjusting to this new scheme that he has in place?
It's taken some adjustment, but we're all buying in. We're attacking practice. May have not gotten the results we want so far, but we're not going to back down. We got 4 games guaranteed left, so we're going to go out and attack those every week, like their playoff games, to get to where we want to be and build on for next season, and hopefully maybe sneak into the playoffs so we have a chance. So, but yeah, no, we've rallied behind Coach Ferris. Coach Ferris is a great coach, so we're just looking forward to this week and playing North Al.
And going back to Media Day again, you had spoken about how unselfish this group was and how you loved playing with the team that you guys had. How impactful has that been, and how many times have you witnessed that show up during games where a guy is just doing the extra mile and not being selfish and making plays happen where maybe they necessarily wouldn't?
I can especially point out some on the O-line. Like, we rotate a lot of guys, so I mean, those guys, when their opportunity's called, they get in the game, and the guys that aren't in, they're cheering each other on. They're rooting for the guy. There's no hate towards one another. So I mean, we're just we're all here for each other. We're rallying behind each other, and we're just excited for our guys to make plays and to watch them succeed on Saturdays.
And also, you had talked about you guys were trying to build one of the best college football cultures in the nation, and you guys went paintballing and you do all these fun activities. Have you done anything in season that has really just helped to add to that culture you guys are building?
There's no like activities outside to do in season, but we're continually surrounding each other. We break bread every Wednesday, so and we go do things outside of football. Like, I mean, a lot of guys have study hall together, but we'll go out and eat with each other and try to connect and just make it not like a working environment. This is like a family to us, so we're just super excited to be around each other all the time. So just the love in our culture is great. So.
What do you think the ceiling is for this team? It seems like this is a group that continues to get better and better each week, whether or not that's reflected in the win column or not, but you're continuing to improve. Where can this team go this season?
We can go as far as we want to go. Really just building on top of each week and getting better at something, getting 1% better every day. I think just building off of each week, whether we get the result or not, I think really makes an impact on our team. And I think we're just going to continue to get better the rest of the year.
Obviously, you work very closely with Austin Smith, the quarterback, as you're on the O-line. What have you seen about his progression and just continuing to get more comfortable and lead this offense?
I see a lot. He's grown a lot, especially with checks at the line and guiding us in the right direction, which is great. You always want a quarterback that can do that. But just over the course of the season, he's been able to use his legs and make tight contested throws, especially these last few games. So he's grown a lot as a player and a lot as a leader of our football team.
Where do you feel like you've made the biggest strides in the first, since game 1 to now going into game 9?
Especially like this is my first year being center. Just making sure everyone's on the right page, running. We're all working as one unit. Just making sure that everything is going smoothly up front and just getting better, finding ways to tweak our technique and finding ways to excel on the football field.
Now, tell me a little bit more of the transition to center. Was that something that, hey, there was just a hole there and you were the guy to be able to fill it? Was that something that Coach Ferris talked to you about before the season? Hey, can you switch over to center and kind of learning that new position?
So first coming out of high school, when I was Scotty Walden's first recruiting class. So coming out of high school, they recruited me to play center. And a guy in my redshirt freshman year, a guy ended up going down. And I slipped into that guard role, and I was there the last 2 years. So I really thought I was going to play guard my whole college career. But when Coach Ferris came in, I'm a smaller guy, height wise, stuff like that. So he was like, "Oh, we're going to go ahead and move you to center. We think you're a really smart guy." So I was like, "Heck, I'll do whatever it takes to win." The only other time I ever snapped a ball in a football game before this season was the Tennessee game. I never did it in high school or anything like that. So I was just up for the challenge, and I told him I'll do whatever it takes.
Have you found there's a certain art to snapping the ball, especially, rainy game days, things like that, where you kind of learned, okay, this is exactly how I want to do it to be successful?
Yeah, I go through a lot of towels. I know our equipment guy. I go ask for a towel just about every time I come to the sideline. I got sweaty, clammy hands for some reason, but no, I always go to the sideline. I go through a lot of towels on game days. So, but yeah, no, I've gotten it down for the most part. So
Now that you've played center and also the other position, which one do you like better, guard or center?
I think guard lets you play a little bit more freely. You have a lot more leeway to make mistakes and stuff like that. But center, you got to be on top of it. You're in charge of 4 other guys that you got to get on the right page. So I'd probably say guard, yeah.
Awesome. You can just tell by your energy. I saw it at Media Day and even speaking with you now. I mean, you love the game of football and love being out there with your teammates and going to battle for them each day. What is the sport meant to you if you looked back through, when you started playing as a little kid to now playing center Division I football?
I just love the game of football. I mean, I grew up watching the Steelers. I'm a big Steeler fan. So I grew up watching all those great teams, especially when I was young and they were going to Super Bowls and stuff like that. So that's really where my love for football came. I'm just really passionate about it. And I think especially get to this level, you got to really love it and be passionate about it. So I just love the game of football. I love my teammates. They make it worthwhile. My teammates especially. So just being around them really makes it worth my while.
And now everyone gets to be in their influencer era, as so to speak. I saw on your socials you have links to merchandise where people can purchase jerseys with your last name. Tell me a little bit about the support system that you have. Who's rocking the Kirton jerseys and supporting you, whether it's at the games or just on ESPN Plus watching at home?
Yeah, no, they implemented that probably around last year. I know my mom and a lot of my family members ordered stuff and stuff like that. So it's real cool to see them wear that stuff. My mom's also a school teacher, so a lot of her students go and buy the things and they'll wear it in their classroom and stuff like that. So it's cool. It's cool to have a support system and a support group like that.
Really, you need to have her have a class field trip out to watch a game and have her entire class there in the Kirton jerseys.
I mean, that's a pretty far distance. I'm about 10 hours from home in Florida,
Oh, that's true.
but yeah, but hey, it'd be cool. It's awesome. It's awesome. My mom sends me videos of the kids singing the fight song, so they go around. They're there for me, so it's awesome.
That is awesome. If you had to pick one favorite memory from this season so far, what would it be?
I'd probably have to say the West Georgia game, driving down to go win it in the final 2 minutes, especially with my family there. That's one of the closer games that they can make. So it was good to go out there and especially run the ball the way we did. So that's definitely a memorable game this season.
What do you do outside of football when you're not studying, when you're not with your computer? What do you do to take your mind off the game and maybe relax a little bit?
It sounds kind of lazy, but I kind of lay around. I try not to be up and moving around. Sometimes I'll go out with the guys and we'll go break bread and hang out and do whatever. I know a lot of the guys, the video games are out. I'm not a big video game guy, but I join in when I can. But no, it's outside of football. I try not to do too much. I just try to relax. I mean, especially 9, 10 weeks into the season. I mean, your body needs it. So, but yeah, no, really just hanging out when I'm not studying or playing football or going to meetings.
100%. I mean, you gotta stay off the feet, especially this far in the season. As you look, you're on the road this weekend at North Alabama. UNA has come on really strong in conference play. When you look at this matchup, what needs to happen for you guys to get that road dub?
Definitely, UNA is a really good team. Their record doesn't reflect how good they really are. So we just got to go out there and play our brand of football. We got to establish the run. Defense has to stop the run. They have really good players on both sides of the ball. So if we just execute at a high level like we know how to, I think we can go out there and be successful on Saturday.
Well, Chandler, I appreciate you taking some time. It was a pleasure catching up with you again as you guys hit the road to take on North Alabama in Florence. It's a 3 p.m. Central Time kickoff on ESPN+. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you, Kendra.